Well, welcome everyone. This is Rob. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please go ahead and type the number 1 in the comment section in that chat box. And I always know you hear me when Jeff types in a 3. I'm good to go. All right. All the way from the other side of the country. Fantastic. Hey, well, glad you made it. Bob, thank you. Cheers, cheers. Hey, Bert. Afternoon, John. Hey, Helen, good morning. All right. Afternoon, Brenda. I do appreciate it. So Zoom gave me a little bit of a hard time again. Go figure for getting in here today. They have just been a joy to work with lately. Tongue in cheek. Thanks for the market mornings. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, you're welcome. Let's see if we can't get this party started here. Let me go ahead and share the video. Aha, there it is. And let's do a share screen. Let's do this first. Yes, see, I'm good with taking it over. All right, and there's the dogs barking in the back. Mail is here. I don't know if you can see out the window. There goes the postman walking away. And the big one is just bark, 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 bark all the time. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody. Woo! What a day it's been, huh? So keep in mind that everything we look at today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice and or recommendations. Let me move this up here so I can get better access to it. And all right, so we got a couple things going on. Monster Market Movers coming up on the 29th. Guys, I have found some amazing setups. I worked on it last night for about 3 hours. I am stoked for this month's Monster Market Movers class. You got Trading You coming up, Patterns in a Flash Q&A, along with Spreads Q&A. Mastermind Group tomorrow night. This week, Power Hour. Here we are on track. Trading Coaches Playbook on track. Coming up very shortly, October 3rd, 4th, and 6th, Dale Zamzo, an amazing coach. If you have not spent any time with him, you need to spend time with this man. He's going to show you, right, protect, preserve, and win in uncertain times. He's going to show you how even if the market comes crashing down, there are ways that he can make it that you never lose a penny. How many of you like that idea? Really? Yep, never lose a penny. I trust Dale so much. We work with Dale regularly for our own family, for our portfolios. So he does a great job. So check it out. And how not to get your ass kicked coming up in November. So just set those dates aside. I did see somebody register the other day, so I think it's on the calendar already. Power option plays, Covered Call Explorer, E-mini are all back on track for their regular schedule this upcoming week, right? And here's our follow us page. Make sure you're following along with the various social platforms, guys. There's a ton of information we put out every single day. You don't want to miss it, right? And then Trade Watch alerts. Guys, every trade that we do here on a Monday that I show you that Amelia did this trade as our head trader here at Wealth Builders, that trade that she did comes from her Trade Watch alerts every single week, every single month. Actually, let me see something if we've got it here. So if I go over to Trade Watch alerts, that was weird. Okay. So where is it? I thought we had. Let's see, glossary strategies. No, not what I'm looking for. All right, I thought we had a. Oh, here it is. Duh. You see, it says Trade Watch alerts results right on the top, right? There you go, guys. Here's all of the trades that Amelia's done, right? Spreads, and this is in the last month, right? This was all August's trades, right? Bottom line, $7,957 on the long options, $2,289 on the spreads, 943% rate of return on the spreads, 178% rate of return on the directional trades. And you can see all the details right here. P&L, $10,276. Average rate of return on a trade was 18.6% with a 76% win rate. So now I ask you, is that something that you have an interest in in just a lousy 76%. That means she's screwing up 24% of the time. I'll tell you what, I'll screw up 24% of the time if I can make 10 grand, right? And that's the numbers that she's showing you. She takes every one of these trades, and these are all non-funded. These are all examples, but every trade, she documents every single trade that she does off of her Trade Watch alert. She's got them all plugged right into her Thinkorswim. Yeah, Trader Will, that is phenomenal. Yep, she does a great job. Yeah. And Will, the funny thing is I figured it out from the way that you wrote it. You're good. And I know, guys, I know it's a little bit small, and I apologize for that. Let's see. Can we biggin it up a little bit? Yeah, there we go. All right, so maybe you can see the numbers a little bit better. That's in there. And they're not all winners. 24% went against her. Right? So 100%. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Let me put that back down there. Let's go back over here. Great job, Amelia. Yeah, guys, you can get, so Amelia's got a code out there right now. It's alerts with a capital A. So if you go over to the link that Lee dropped in there, put in alerts, it's $99 for a month on Trade Watch alerts. Take advantage of it. Check it out, folks. You will not be disappointed. All right. This is a service that I think is well undervalued, and we probably need to jack that price up. If you are ever a subscriber, as long as you remain a subscriber, your rate always stays exactly the same. You will never see an increase as long as you remain a subscriber. All right. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay. I don't want to show that to you just yet. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. Let's see what the heck is going on here today. S&P. So you could see right now, oh, so we've shifted a little bit. Let's go back to the intraday chart for a moment, for just a momentito. All right. So the S&P 500 is down 21 points. The Dow is down 189. So the funny thing is, when we taught, this is ES, okay? So it's the S&P 500 futures contracts. We did the morning show, Market Mornings, with Robert Roy on YouTube this morning. We start about 8:30. Not about, we start at 8:30. So here's the 8:25 candle. Here's the 8:30 closing candle. So this candle is where we started. We pulled back 8:31. We pulled back right into these moving averages, and we shot right up from there. And we ran all the way up to 37.30. Right now we're at 36.90, we'll call it. So we're down 40 points from the highs of where we were on the ES. And right now for the day, which started at 6 p.m. last night, we're down about 20 points on the ES, right? So a decent move to the downside. We look at the S&P 500, and if we blow this one up, just straight S&P, which is our index, you can see the run up right from 9:30 this morning. You can see the run up and the fail. And look at it, guys. Look at the moves. These strong moves up on lower volume, right? Volume coming down a little bit in there. This strong move up, we dropped. We broke the ice, right? Or not broke it, but we chipped away the ice. And then we gapped up a little bit on that next candle here, the big candle, and a big drop. We came back up and retested, and a big drop, right? So great opportunities for entries there today if you were able to take advantage of some of that. But when we look at the S&P from a big picture standpoint, folks, many of you know that I was away last week. I left on Tuesday, got back late on Saturday night, which really was Sunday morning, the time that I actually arrived back home. Landed on Saturday night, long time to get picked up at the airport. But you look Monday, right? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. I mean, you look at what's going on back here. You look at the moves that we've made from, again, here's Monday. So we had a quick little bounce up, and what happened? If we talk about this here, let me bring it in a little bit. All right. Let me take the symbol grid down, make it even easier. All right. So here's Monday of last week. Well, we had this nice move up, but what happened on the previous Friday? We chipped away at the ice. We just kind of we just broke it up a little bit and maybe threw a little bit of snow on top of it, so nobody knows it's broken even. Okay. And then Monday, we take this big move up, and traders are going, yes, we are going to rise from here. And then Tuesday, we make the exact same pattern where we break or chip more of the ice again. That chipping of the ice is the bears stepping out and just kind of showing their presence, not authority, presence. Authority would be the next day. Authority was Wednesday, right? Boom. When Bernanke, wow. Bernanke, where the heck did that come from? When Powell spoke, right? Bernanke. I wasn't a big fan of Papa Smurf. And if you don't know what I mean by that, put a picture of Bernanke, put a picture of Papa Smurf next to each other and look at them. If you make Bernanke blue, he's Papa Smurf. There's a relation there for sure. Okay. I was not a fan of Bernanke, never have been. But then again, most Fed do not impress me. All right. Greenspan impressed me. Most others don't. So we chipped away at the ice again. Wednesday, crazy traders. We gap up on a day the Fed's going to announce we're trying to run the market. You're nuts. You're nuts taking that unless it's a pure risk. I don't care what happens. I'm willing to throw it all in the garbage. Unless that's the case, to try to rock and run in a bullish direction makes no sense. And once the Fed spoke, crap happened and we just came crashing down. Then on Thursday, we gapped down. We tried to push back up. And what happened though on Wednesday? We chipped the ice on that 100-point level, right? So right at 3,800, we chipped the ice again on the close. Thursday, we chipped the ice at that 37.67, but we didn't just chip it. We closed below it. See, that's a difference, right? We closed below, just like we did the day before, we closed below that level. So it broke, right? There was no chipping. We just kept pushing straight through. But this was momentum that drove us down. And then Friday, we gapped down to the next level, pushed down through the next 100-point level, ran down, closed higher than the lows of the day, but we still were lower on the day overall. So last week, with the exception of Monday, a very bearish week. Bearish to the tune of people going, oh my God, and this is what we need. We're not there yet. We need people throwing their hands up in the air and go, I just don't know what to do. It goes up, it goes down. I can't pick direction. I get in, I'm on the wrong side, I lose money. Forget it, Mr. Broker, here's my money, you take it over. That's the only thing that's going to fix it, right? We need that pure capitulation, and we haven't had it yet, where people just throw their hands in the air, wave them like I just don't care. No, they throw their hands in the air, and it's, I give up, uncle factor. I just don't know what to do. I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Today, we gap down on the open. We run a little bit lower, and we stretch up. We push up through the 100 level, we push up into the fib level, and we come back. Guess what? We didn't chip the ice on the upside. Day's not done yet, but we didn't chip the ice on the upside. So the bulls were not able to get through. The bulls fought and they lost. They pushed into that. It's tough to call it a singular ceiling between the 100-point level and the fib level because they are $19 away from each other. It's really not a blue zone, right? But they are very close to each other on a $3,900 index. We pushed up and have failed. We're up on the day from where we closed, right? And from where we opened, but from where we closed, we're down. Candle's hollow, but we ain't making any money yet. I mean, there's no way, right? Not after that gap down. So we've got to look at the overall picture, and the S&P, the S&P and the spiders were redrawn yesterday in POP. In power option plays, I redrew the fibs. If I just bring you over to a chart with no moving averages on it, you'll get a better view of where it's drawn from, right? So we drew the fibs from back here of, let's see, August 16th down to September 6th. Okay, that's where the fibs are drawn. This red line, which let me see, at 5, I'm so good, but I'm probably going to move it over a little bit now. Since we're here, let's go ahead and grab the arrow. And let's pull it out a little bit. Okay, so that is a 20% bear market. Well, obviously you can see we've gone well through that right now. We've just go right through. It's like, no, done, right? We just smashed through that level. So what are we looking at here? Well, for me, what I want to see on the charts is where we get to next, but that where has a very important question to it. So this black line that's at the top here is at 41.81. If you don't have it on your S&P chart, put it down. It's a major fib level. Don't ask, just include it. Drop it in on your chart, okay? 41.81. We also have way down here, we have another one, 25.84, right? Yeah, but Rob, we ain't nowhere near that. And I'm not saying we're getting near it, but there's a reason that I have it on the chart, because now I can take those two levels and make a fibit from it. And that's this brownish line right here at 33.82 half. That's the midpoint of the 41.81 and the 25.84. That's the midpoint of those two. That's what this finger is, the brown line on the chart. All right. Are we getting to that level? I don't know. But let's do this. Let me open this up. I had said this morning I was going to show it. There's a lot of people in here because I made that announcement today. So let me pop this open. No pun intended. When I said pop this open. Where's my calculator? Pull back. There we go. All right. So what I did here is I put a spreadsheet together. Let me make it bigger. I put a spreadsheet together and I added some other things to it yesterday. All right. This whole section was not in here yesterday, but I wanted to see what a 10%, a 20%, a 30% pullback look like. And I said this in the in power option plays yesterday. I understand there are probably better ways of doing it where I don't need two columns in there to come up with it with formulas. This is just what worked for me. So it's just the way that I did it. Okay. So I've got the all-time high 48.1862 right there. Okay. 20% pullback was a $963.72 pullback, 38.54.90. Okay. So is the exact number. I've got it down as 38.55. Okay, 38.54.90, 38.55. I ain't worried about the dime. Okay, not on an index of that level, of that price. So what that says is that was 20% pullback. Well, we've come further than that. On Friday's close, I put this in. So I said this was the price on Friday. The difference was 1125.39 from the all-time high, and it's really a 12-week all-time high, but a 12-month all-time high. From that all-time high to the current price, it's $1,125.39. And the percentage of pullback is 23.36%. So we've got about a 23.5% pullback right now. Why is that important? Somebody tell me in the text chat why that number is important. And I know those of you that have power option plays, you got the answer yesterday, right? Why is that level important? Why do I care? I mean, what does that number represent? What does it mean? Do I care? And it may have, the answer may be nothing. And that may be the answer. Okay. A lot of pop answers in there. Yes, Trip, Elsa, Leslie. Yep, absolutely. There you go, Rick. So Rick typed in the exact number, minus 0.236. So 236. Ah, wait a second. The 236 level is a Fibonacci level. On every fib you draw, there's a 236. First question is, what is the definition of the 236 level? Huh? What is it? What does 236 stand for? Type it in. You guys know what I'm looking for. Good. Lot of answers. Lots of answers coming in there. Right? And some, like Leslie, had this before. 236 is a hesitation level. So if we're looking at the all-time high, and we're looking at where we were on currently on Friday's close, and if that is 0.236-ish%, we are at a hesitation point. Doesn't mean we're going down, doesn't mean we're going up. What it does mean is we're at a major crossroad right now at that level. Are we going to continue to push down? Are we going to bounce? And a bounce from this level would not be surprising. It's not, because it's hesitation level. So it's not unexpected to see a small move to the upside. Do I expect a correction from here? Oh, heck no. I don't think we're done. Absolutely not. Unless we can get rid of this one thing that we call the government, we're not done. And again, I don't care what political party you follow. If you're a politician, your lips are moving, you're lying. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. We just have to choose the less of two evils is all it is. All right. Leslie said, that's why I make my level / line yellow, caution on my fibs. There you go. For me, Leslie, I'd be afraid I wouldn't see it because of my eyes. But I like where you're going with it, that it's the 236, the 764. They are different colors because they're both hesitation, as is the -272. It's a hesitation point. So we're at a critical level right now. And what I did was, to help me as a trader, I put together, and really it just takes the current price, the all-time high price. I plug the current price in there, and it automatically does the difference, okay? And from there, it tells me what the percentage of the pullback is. So if I look right now, and we're at 36.73.89, and I know it's moving, but we're at 36.73.89, right? 23.76%. But instead of me saying 10%, 20%, it's around 22%, it's around 27%. I can do a very quick calculation and get the exact number of what I've got. And here's what I'll do. For those of you that are not sure what to do, this is, put in the all-time high number right there, whatever that is. Put in the current price. They're just numbers. The difference, just a sum, right? And I know there's a different math formula to do it, easier, less keystrokes. Don't hate on me. This is just how I know how to do it. I'm not willing to learn the new way. All right. I never remember. I just go back to what I've known from 20 years ago. This formula right here is just dividing I4, which is the current price, dividing that by C3, which is the all-time high, and that's where you get the percentage. That's all you need to do. If it didn't resonate with you, go back and watch it again, but that's the formulas. There's only two of them. Here they are, right? You can see it's just calculating the current price minus, take it away from the 4,800 price, and then take the current price and divide it by the 4,800 price. That's it. That's all it is. That's all the formulas needed to do this in Excel or any other Google Doc or anything else. That's it. You've got everything you need. Everything you need right there. So guys, when we look at this, very important, we look at this, where we're sitting right now is a critical level. Are we going to stay there? I have no idea. I don't. Is it going to be 2 days, 5 days, 2 weeks? Are we going to hesitate there for the next month? I really don't know. And I'm not trying to guess what I think is going to happen. What I really want to do is, by looking at the chart, saying, what do I see as my next step? What is the next place that I go today? Not next week, not next month, because at this point, I have completely shifted away from thinking I want to do swing trades right now. Because every time we get this little, oh man, it's great, boom, and we get slapped in the face all over again, and it starts up again. Multiple people that I know got crushed after that move, trying to jump in early, and that 1 day down killed them. Killed them. Some that had no stops in place at all. All right, really, really, really bad place to be. All right. Yeah, ouches for sure, Will. For sure, right? Let's see. Okay. Beautiful. So guys, when you look at this, right, I use the S&P 500 very heavily. I use the VIX very heavily. Actually, in power option plays, I've mentioned this a couple of times now in there. Coming this week on Friday and Saturday, we're doing our inner circle, where I get together with our highest level coaching students. And no, you can find it on our website, but you can't sign up for it. You have to be invited in. So you have to fill out an application for it, to meet with one of my team to discuss if you are the person we're looking for to bring in there. And when we go in there, we're going to talk about some stuff on directional trades, on pop, and so forth. We went over something in our last 2-hour meeting we did last month, where we got together and we talked about what some of the next steps were, right, on day traders. And even Roman turned around. I don't know if Roman's in here today or not. I can't see. There's a lot of people in here. I got to really scroll down to find them. But Roman had turned around last month and said, wait, how did you come up with this? And I said, it was looking at the charts again and again and again, saying, wait, why do I see a failure point happening here over and over and over again? And I started utilizing that as an exit point. So this month, everybody from Power Option Plays was supposed to have looked at that. I mean, from Inner Circle was supposed to have looked at that until this next meeting. And we're going to talk about that at this meeting. Okay. We're also going to talk about a new way of dealing with pop, right? Some of you are out there and you're saying, but Rob, I struggle. I get the candidates and I hesitate, I freeze. I don't know which ones to take, which ones I shouldn't. How do I know which ones to look at? There's so many. I'm taking all of that away. I'm going to take all of that away from you. You're not going to have to deal with that stuff any longer. I'm going to show you exactly how to manage it, exactly how to deal with it, exactly how to focus on it, and a process that we're going to go through. I'm going to teach it this month in Inner Circle. They're going to work with it. We're going to come back again in October at a live event we're doing here in New York at Inner Circle and Mastermind Group. We're going to go over it again in there to finalize it. I'll put some things together, do some training on it. We'll release it in Power Option Plays. But this right here, in my opinion, is going to crush anything that I have done before with Power Option Plays. And what I mean by that is we've always done well with our numbers, but maybe for some, it might just seem a little too high level. It may just seem a little confusing because there's a lot in there. I'm going to show you how we get rid of that, how we minimize that learning curve drastically and get you to a higher level of understanding very quickly. Because one of the phrases that I really want to spend some time over the next couple of weeks hitting on is called depth perception. Depth perception, right? How deep is something? How far away is something? And so many traders tell me, Rob, I've been doing this forever, and man, I just can't get it. And you seem like you are so far away, but for many, you're just one trade away. So your perception might be off. Yeah, you don't have it today. Your perception might be off, right? I listened to some millionaires, multimillionaires. One gentleman this week that I listened to has generated over $900 million in his business. Another person sold their business for $1.2 billion after she was told she would never be successful with it. Right? One guy is one of the top 50 wealthiest people under 50. Right? And some of the things they talked about and how people give up and how close they really get. And your depth perception is off for many. Right? It's the think and grow rich, digging a hole, digging a hole, digging a hole, looking for gold. You got this mine, you bought the shovels, you can't find it, you give up, you sell the mine and you go away and someone else buys it and they dig 3 more feet and lo and behold, there's the gold, right? One of the largest gold finds in history to that date came out of that 3 feet example. Sometimes you're just 3 feet away, right? Your depth, I can't get that word right without ing it. Your depth perception may be off with how far away you are. You really need to analyze, and we're going to go through some of that stuff over the next couple of weeks to help you with that, determine on that depth perception and try to figure out how to move you up. And some of the stuff we're going to do in POP over the next couple of weeks is going to be the answer, like putting this calculator together to help you understand why this pullback might be important to this level, right? You got the 236. So now what? Well, what about a 382, right? Where's the 382 level? See where I'm going with this, right? That is going to be tremendous to have an understanding of it, right? Also, knowing percentage of how much we've pulled back from the 12-month all-time highs or 12-month highs is going to be critical since we've been 50, 60% the last 3 times, 40 to 60%, the last 3 times we've had major pullbacks, right? Has been at those levels, right? I want to make sure that we know where we are in relation to those levels that have been there before. All right. So let me ask you, good conversation today. Give me 2 thumbs up. Do you think this was worth your time? You know, am I wasting my time by talking to you about something you're not interested in? Just give me a 1 if you liked it. A 2 if you don't, that's okay. We'll still be friends. Don't worry. I won't tell Lee to eject you. I promise. I promise. Yeah, Erica, amen to that. Erica said my friend was at the same conference, said it was amazing. Absolutely, it was just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Trader Will spelled it with an F before. Phenomenal. Absolutely. Good. Good. Definitely need more training on this. Also good. Kevin, always. Lots of 1s. I appreciate all of them. Sorry, Brenda. So, I mean, here's the calculator, Brenda. It's nothing special, right? Just you go back and watch the recording. So it uses all-time high price, current price, today's number. This calculates the difference. Here's the formula for it. And then this is the percentage. Here's the formula for it. That's it. Right? That's all it is on there. All right. Good. Good. Okay. So let's take it back here. Oops, I thought I had that still open. I got to open it back, I guess. All right. So now is when I'm going to ask you to drop in your trades. What trades have you done today? Drop them in. And guys, this right here, Trade Watch Alerts, that Lee dropped that link in there earlier. Lee, drop that back in again. They need to click on this button. And you just need to make sure that they see this there. You're making a mistake. Actually, Amelia, are you in the room with us today? I thought I saw you earlier on. Let me see. Do you have access to talk? I think I gave you access to talk. If you're in here, go ahead and click on there if you can and get a mic. Lee, you got your mic on? Good. Come on, guys. Drop in your trades from today. No one's got a mic on there? Lee, do you have mic?
I'm so sorry, I was on mute. Hello, Rob.
That's okay. How you doing, Lee?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Great. Lee, I'm going to do something I'm going to ask you to make a note of, all right? Because I'm going to get in trouble for it with somebody, I guarantee it. So I was trying to get Amelia's permission, so maybe it's better off she's not here. So this is what we're going to do. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now that go ahead and register for the Trade Watch Alerts. And here's what I'm going to do. If in 1 month you feel that you did not get anything from it, I will refund the entire amount. You've got it on recording here. You got me recorded saying it. We record Pop. It's going out on our server tomorrow. Okay. Lee, I want you to make a note of that. Let Suzanne know, let Amelia know that Rob made a decision that we're going to allow anybody that registers today for out of this power option plays that hears this. And we'll do this for this week only. This week only. After this, if you're watching this later, doesn't exist any longer. Right? This week only. Get registered for Trade Watch Alerts. If you don't like it, if you don't think it is amazing, no worries. 30 days from now, say, hey, didn't like it. Rob offered this at Power Hour. I'd like to get my money back. I will personally go on Stripe and refund that money for you. Not a question whatsoever. Still be friends. No problem whatsoever. Right? Do that deal, guys. Go ahead and get involved in there. Will's like, woohoo, yeah, absolutely. Anybody that uses Trade Watch Alerts, let me know what your thoughts are. See, here's Amelia's trade. I don't know why I keep doing that. I keep hitting the escape button by mistake. And it keeps closing this down. Here's Amelia's trade today, implied volatility collapse, okay? What did she do? Well, she did a vertical spread. You'll notice that she had at 9:55 this morning, the red bar on the bottom, she had a sell to open and a buy to open on First Solar, one of her candidates from today, right? She did the 127, 128 put. She got a credit of 29 cents. So someone paid her 29 cents to do this trade. Okay. From that 29 cents, she went on and at 10:10 this morning, the green box, it was 3 contracts of each. She exited the trade. They gave her 29 cents and she gave 3 cents back. So she really made 26 cents when you look at it. Okay, where is my calculator? She did 3 contracts. Okay, 0.26 times 300. She made $78 on this trade. Why is that important? Well, Trade Watch Alerts is $99 a month. You've got to use that alerts code or else it's going to go and charge you the full price. Right? You got to use the alerts in there. It's $99 a month with just one trade. Gee, where have you heard that before? Just one trade, you're at $78 of profit from just one from today. All right. And I'm not saying you're going to win on every trade. I'm not saying you're going to have 76% win ratio. But if you're already being set up and saying, here are the trades to be looking for today, here's what I'm looking at, here's all of the rules on the members area that show you exactly what to do. I guess I checked out of that. Let's see. Trade Watch Alerts. Right? Here's all of Amelia's rules based on the trade type she does. Every bit of it in here. Right? You can go and follow all the rules, know exactly what to do on that trade, right? From an experienced trader, right? Get your answers from people that know. Be very careful who you listen to, okay? And again, I will refund you 100% of your $99 if within that first month, anytime within the first month, in the first 30 days, we'll refund you. No questions asked whatsoever. But Lee, I need you to make a note of it so we make sure everybody knows. All right. Trader Will said, I love paying for my classes with just one trade. I know, isn't it great? All right. Let me jump into the trades you guys got listed here. Trader Will, Las Vegas Sands up 15%. So Mary did a great job, guys. Maybe you want to give her some kudos for that. She did a great job here with that today. Good trade. Good trade today. Right? Las Vegas Sands up 15% today from Will. Fantastic. I love it, guys. I love it. Q's put trade still in, hoping that the bear keeps sleigh riding the downhill. Good. Alan, excellent. Let's see. Trip said still waiting on Chewy, went up and bumped into the ADMA, waiting for a continuation down. So CHWY, for those of you that are not familiar with it. All right. Let's see. Two. So Trip, you had the move to the upside. Trip was looking for a bearish move. It was a switchback trade where he called it out this morning in the class, and Will had taken a profit in his Chewy trade on Friday, right? But Trip called in class and said it's a better move to the downside. So I like it better to the downside. The upside had some limits to it. And if he had taken the bullish one, it was there. Now, that doesn't mean you have to take it just because it worked. You take the one that you think is the right one for you, for your risk profile. All right. By the way, Jeff, who's been in Trade Watch alerts just about since the beginning of time with it, just typed in great program. Right. Donald said, Apple bear call spread 157 half 160 in at 54, half out at 30 cents. The balance is still waiting. Nice job. Good job, Donald. Let's see. John said, great tool to have. Oh, okay. Great tool to have had it for over 2 years, very profitable. And John's referring to Trade Watch alerts. Let's see. Daniel said Daniel's in our mastermind group. I mean, our inner circle. I was able to scalp the SPY 2 times over 5% profit for each one in a practice account with one contract. And that's all you need, right? Erica said SPY still in the trade. John said Wheel of Fortune, plug and Riven, cash flow $600 for expiration this Friday. How would you like to make $600 a week? It's only $2,400 a month. You're probably not quitting your job, but would $2,400 a month, I don't know, pay the rent? Well, not here it wouldn't, but in some places I bet it would, but not everywhere. I'm getting more than that for our house in Florida that we rent out, right? One of our rental properties, right? Would it pay for a car and the insurance and the cell phone bill, right? Let's see. Trader Will said, I skipped Chewy today, ADMA in the way. Yeah, Will said pays for loss for lots of classes. Pays for lots of classes. Yep, Trade Watch loads. Absolutely. Guys, we had some trades. Let's see. Ronald said, morning, Rob. I'm Ron. That is off key, but could you please let me know what platform and broker I should use to trade futures? So there's a lot of them out there. I'm not a fan of TradeStation with futures because they force you into a separate account, right? If you're looking for a standalone platform, TOS is a good platform. I have no problems with TOS whatsoever, right? But if you're looking for help, and I don't mean help with I click on the button and it won't open up. Help, what do I do? I don't mean like tech support help. I mean, if you're looking for somebody to hold your hand with futures and say, this is what this is what you need to do, someone that you can call and ask questions, then what I'm going to tell you to do, Ron, is if you go over, Trader Will said TOS futures have big margins, and you've got to look at that. But if you go over to our website, Ron, and you go to trading resources, okay, open that up. And what you're looking for in here is Trade Pro futures. All right. Click on that button for Trade Pro futures. All right. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Trade Pro futures does a great job for our customers. All right. Trey who is the owner of the company, is a trader, right? If you ask him what's going on in the market, he doesn't say the S&P is up 14 points. He's a trader. He's going to tell you, keep in mind, you got this happening, you got that happening, you got this event coming up, okay? He really knows his stuff. He's a boutique brokerage firm that will hold your hand and help you. Now, here's the reason I bring this up and tell you to go here, which, by the way, we are not paid for anything for this. Work with them, don't work with them, don't tell me, I don't care. Mention my name, don't mention my name, I don't care. But you do want to mention Wealth Builder's name. Here's why. When you sign up an account with them, they're going to ask us how much has Ron or Bill or Mary spent with Wealth Builders. And we're going to give them a number, 100, 500, 10,000, whatever the number is. They will reimburse you up to that amount for you in your commissions, right? They don't give you the whole commission off, right? They got to pay the exchange, right? That fee they can't give you back. They get crushed, right? But they take something that's like 20% off of the trade or something like that, off the commission part of it. And they give you a credit back for that all the way up to and including what you've spent with Wealth Builders. Now, don't say it though. They don't really pay attention once you start. They never ask, hey, did we fulfill it with them yet? They don't ask. They never come back again. So don't say anything. But you do need to say that you are with Wealth Builders to get that, because that is not offered to their other customers. If you're using an Omega Charts software program, they can link, no charge, they can link your Omega Charts if you have real time, which you will with them because you're going to be getting the exchange fees. You can link your Omega Charts in there and use it right out of Omega Charts as well. All right. Yeah, Jeff said they have been extremely helpful. They are. Trey's a great guy. I love Trey. We can get on the phone and talk for hours, which is why we can't talk very often, because we just don't shut up about the market. All right. So check that out, Ron. I hope it helps. Let me know if it does for you. All right, beautiful. So one last thing before we get into candidates thing, you guys can drop in. No, don't do that yet. Don't drop your candidates in yet. So the topic today is the best strategy to use today with the Fed, right? I gave this topic to Suzanne last week on Wednesday when I was away, right? Knowing the Fed was coming out. I gave it to her before the Fed announcement, which I knew we were getting at least 3/4 point. There was no way we were going to see less. Impossible. The market would have skyrocketed had we. And the Fed does not have a directive to focus on the market. They don't. It's not what they do. They need to focus on the economy. The market means nothing to them. Now, that needs to change, in my opinion, because when they did this, the ultra wealthy, the uber wealthy, the most expensive or highly paid people in the world, you know, lots and lots of money, were the ones that invested in the market, nobody else. Today, goodness gracious, you walk down the street and ask 5 people who's got an account with Robinhood, and you're going to get one yes for sure. I mean, so many new people are out there with Robinhood and WeBuild or WellBuilt or whatever the names of some of these other ones are, right? Where they're throwing money into stocks and options and futures and Forex and all this type of stuff, okay? So for me, the best strategy to use, knowing what's going on with the Fed right now and knowing that we're getting these kinds of whipsaws, and will continue to, you will through any bear market you ever see, you're going to continue to get these kinds of pullbacks, retracements back up, these kind of strong moves, this kind of, oh my goodness, and get your head handed to you, because knowing that that's the case, do I have a problem with the market moving up? Heck no. Day trade it, right? Oh, Robert, I don't want to go getting in and out really fast. Listen, my goal is to get in and out in seconds, right? It was when I was a scalper 100 years ago trying to get 12.5 cents. We traded in fractions, okay? 12.5 cents. Not what my goal is today, right? I've got very specific goals based on where the stock is at in relation to a line, where the next target is and or fibit is and or moving averages. All of that plays into it. Looking left, all of those are key elements in that strategy, in that component. So for me right now, if you are looking at strategy, and I'm going to say strategies, to me, anything swing trade right now is very difficult. It's hard, right? And I'm talking about trying to pay for a directional trade. If I'm getting paid for placing that trade, awesome, then that's okay. Different story. Credit spreads. I love credit spreads, especially news-driven credit spreads, right? Covered calls and naked puts. I like when I can get them. This week, we had very little on covered calls and naked puts. They even presented themselves to the tune that all of our candidates were diagonal put spreads. Now, we had phenomenal numbers on our diagonal puts, even to the point where very few of them were red as far as cost, which means it's expensive, right? Or could be considered expensive. We had very little expensive ones there. The majority of them were not expensive at all, right? Just a couple of dollars to enter the trade. And you were profitable immediately if you were exercised on many of them. So that was great, right? But look at the short-term trades. We are in and out the same day, and that could also be credit spreads, right? Manage your longer-term positions. If you're holding long-term positions right now, consider, do I need to put puts, buy puts on that position? Now, just understand what's happened already. You got in a car accident. You picked up the phone and called Allstate or whomever you called and said, hey, can I get car insurance on my car? I don't have any. It's a little late to do. It's hard once the stock has been all the way up here at 42, 43, 4,400, and now you're trying to say, oh, can I get insurance now? You're kind of late to the game, right? You're kind of late to the game. So can you? Yes. You just have to determine where you think the market's going, and is the insurance cost worth it to you for the protection you receive at this point, right? It'll help you any further down, but with as much as we've gone down, you've got to evaluate, do I think it goes further, and how much further does it go? Right? Some of the stuff that we do in POP and Mastermind and Inner Circle, again, some of the higher level coaching programs, we talk about some of those in there. All right, good. Okay, so go ahead and drop in the candidates that you guys want to take a look at. Rick's already dropped 2 of them in there. Tripp's got his trio. MasterCard. All right, MA. So let's see. All right. I can see, said the blind man to his deaf son. So we broke down, we pushed back up, we're kind of chipping on the ice, right? We're underneath the water, chipping on the ice, and we failed. We got through it a little bit, which could be powerful for them. But right now, true bearish move, Rick. The entry was off of the 295 level, which we're at 291 right now. We're $4 below that, and we were lower even yet. But overall, bearish trade-off there was great. Credit spread above the 295 or above the 300, Rick. Rick's also in our inner circle. Okay. So I hope that helps, Rick. Let me know. Costco. All right. So a little bounce today on Costco. Let me unscrunch this. All right. So same scenario, Rick. On Costco, guys, here's what I do. What time do we have? We got a little bit of time. So I need a piece of paper on the pen. Okay. So I've got a fib line at 468.85. 468.85. Well, you guys are in for a lot more than you planned on today as we start getting at this level. That's for sure. So this is Costco, right? Okay, let's go look. Look-see at it. COST, Costco. 468.85. We're going to snap a line at the 468.85. $468.85. I didn't trade Costco. I didn't look at Costco. The lines weren't even on Costco. Right? Nothing, honey. Nothing at all. So what happened? Costco opened up and blew right through that 468.85. Some of you trying to chase it on that candle breakout, and God bless you. Good luck to you. Hopefully you don't get your head handed to you. Hopefully you're better than I am at this, because I can't trade that. But what happened? The next candle, I can't make it any flipping bigger for you. That next candle, we came down and we kissed, just missed it, but we closed. Where was my closing price there? Let's see. We closed, let's bring it up here where you can view it as well, at 469.37. So we closed 469.37. The line is 468.85. So 37 and 15, 47.52. We closed 52 cents higher than that line. And what happened on the next candle? We gapped down and we bounced. That bounce, that's your entry. Not the first candle. No, not the second one. Why? Because you want to catch a falling knife. No, the third candle. Boom. That's the place to get in. That's the place to enter. That's the trade to take. This is why so many people make it. They make it too hard to trade for themselves. You got a simple process. I am not a smart guy. I'm not some brainiac. I just know that if you teach me how to do something once and I can repeat it, it's not something like, oh, well, with the scalpel, just cut here. Oh, no, I ain't doing that. Right? But something like this where it's a rinse and repeat. Is there a fib line there? Yes, check. Did we close near it? Yes, check. Did we bounce off it? Yes, check. Take the flip and trade. Take the trade. It's not hard. You're talking about a bounce off of that 469 level, we'll call it. We get in about 470, we'll call it, right? We ran all the way up from 470. We ran to a high of 481. I'm going to guess that somewhere in here, you could have gotten out, even if it was a break below the 8 moving average, and you got out at 478 after getting in at 470. I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be okay. Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to get my preacher hat on here, but sometimes you just have to. How about that? How about it that way? Okay. Can I get an amen? No, I'm kidding. But guys, look, I didn't trade Costco today. I didn't look at Costco today. Today is a Monday if you haven't recognized the day of the week yet. That is a nutty day for me. I get very little time in the morning in the market on Monday. Very little time. I'll spend more in the afternoon because I've got meetings a little bit right up until my trading time in the afternoon. Then I'm free to trade the rest of the day. All right. So I can't do a lot of trades in the earlier markets on Monday. I get to as many as I can. But that's where Amelia's product comes in, where she does a great job with Trade Watch Alerts. Right. That's where Brandon is an E-mini think tank, does a great job in what he does there. Right. Got a surprise for you guys coming up soon. We're not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but you'll see. All right. There you go. So, guys, that's the setup. Rick asked, what do you think? That was the setup right there. Take the trade. I'm afraid. Then take it on paper. But you need to take it. You know, the conference I went to this weekend was a conference on a particular software program. There's a lot of marketing people in there and how they run their businesses and the things that they do. And it's funny, these people making $900 million, sold their businesses for $1 billion. Every one of them used one phrase religiously. And it's funny. That's why it resonates. This company resonates with me. And they talked about serving their customers. And that's what we do here. That's what this is. That's what Trading Coach's Playbook on Friday is. That's Brandon doing a 1-hour training for people in his classes, right? That's Tony doing a 1-hour training for people that are in his patterns in a flash, right? That's Ryan, who has no products to offer at all and still comes in every couple of weeks and teaches you what to do. That's being a servant to your students. Just so you know, internally, I don't like the word customer. Someone's getting smacked if they use that word around me. You are my students. We're here to help teach you. Right? And it's not about the money. Many of you have heard me say, if I can't make you money, I don't deserve yours. Right? Which is why I said, if what Amelia does doesn't help you, give me money back. No questions asked. All right?
I agree.
What's that?
I agree.
I agree. There you go. Hey, Amelia, how are you?
Hey, I was on a different world. And then I see this sign that says, "Ooh, you want me to talk? What do you want me to talk about?"
So what I did was we were talking about Trade Watch Alerts. And I already said it. So we're there already. Sorry.
It's not a problem.
I asked if anybody that registers over this week by this Friday only. So we've got a cutoff date. I asked you to make note of it and let everybody know. Anybody registers for Trade Watch Alerts, I'm going to give them 30 days. If they don't like it, I'm going to give them their money back.
Perfect.
All right. Because if Amelia's making you 10 grand in a month and there's, $2,500 a week on average in non-funded trades, if you can't find a couple of trades out of that to trade, I mean, this was $78 today, folks. I purposely kept the calculator open. $78 with her trade today. That was almost the entire month's Trade Watch Alerts. So it's paid for right there, just from that, right? So that's what I wanted you for, honey, just for that.
Oh, okay.
No worries. I know you're off trading and doing your things. That's
Oh,
fine.
no. I was in a meeting with some of your other folks.
Got it. Okay. All right.
But no, Trade Watch Alerts is it's about making the consistent trade, the consistent base hit. And every now and then we get some home runs.
Perfect. I agree. It's not about getting on base all the time. It's just getting the right base hits.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
All right. So Trip had asked for AMD, and listen, I know a lot of you guys had typed some stuff in. Let's see. All right. So let me go back here and do Trip's got AMD in there. I'll get to some of your comments in a little bit. Some of them were amens. So I'll just leave that for now. Trip, I'm very torn about drawing new fibs on this. I mean, if we drew it from this move here on AMD, we've already violated. If we draw it here, it's getting old. So it's getting a little long in the tooth, right? So it looks like we need a new fib in there. That's what I'm seeing right there. Right. So when we look at, oh darn, I need to open my symbol grid up. Let's see. AMD $7, 61 to 71. Yeah, we need fibbits on both of those. So we're going to put a negative 136 and a 118. Split those levels in half, and lo and behold, where are we? Right at the fib level right now. So that's what I see as far as level, Trip. Violate that 66.45 retest and fail. 61.5 is your support level down there on AMD. All right. Next one is IBM. All right. So IBM, I've got in a channeling pattern. We broke to the downside there, Trip. I've got some older fibs on here. Oh, goodness gracious, that looked horrible, right? Let's see. I've got some older fibs on here, Trip, but I like the retest of the 126 and the fail with target down to 118. If you're looking at from previous fib, we're looking at 121 as the target. And then Micron has got earnings coming up. Trip wrote earnings next to it. I don't remember the date on it, Trip, but it shows on Omega charts, and we're not that far away. We're going to wait until after earnings. We're going to wait until after earnings to do anything with fibs. No, let's not. Let's just draw them. So we're going to put them in here, Trip. And you may already have yours drawn there. I don't trade Micron as much as I used to many years ago. The reason it gets this much activity is because Trip is very focused on it as a stock. And he's everywhere with us. I mean, you guys see him in the market mornings. He teaches in Mastermind and Inner Circle with us. That says something about him, his character, and his trading abilities if we've got him doing it. So 53.60, 58.60, so $5, $3, $4. All right, so we need both 136 and 118. So a negative 136 and a 118. All right. So yeah, Trip 50.63, 40.63, about $3 down in there. So retest fail. Today's move up was very nice, actually. Today's retest up there was really nice in the pullback. Watch earnings though, guys. Keep your eye on that. Hope that helps, Trip. John's asking for RUT. The RUT. All right, so the fib is just wildly old because of this. We've got nothing. This is what I call that bearish thrusting pattern. We're just rocking it to the downside there, rocking it to the downside. I am not doing anything on iron condos on it right now because of this type of move. I said this week we need to hold off for a week and see that it settles out. I'm not as concerned with this slower move, the bounces in there, but this type of move, I'm very fearful of being on the wrong side of either the puts or the calls there. So I may do the bear call spread and we watch this thing, based on previous, and I don't have a new place to draw the fib off of. Based on the previous fibs on that one, John, we're looking at that 1662, which is right about where we are now. And I don't have a whole lot below that. There's a -1, but that takes us down to 1514 or 1526 from the previous fib from that. So we've got nothing. How far do we have to go back to violate this level? If I snap a horizontal line in there and see where do we finally hit that? Well, now I don't know what the level was. So that may not actually work. Let's see. 1643. Okay, that's a little too much. So 1643. So there it is right there. We got to go all the way back to November of 20. November of 20 is where we have to go back to actually get to that level. Wow. Okay. All right, John, I hope that helps. Brenda's asking for the cues. We're going to go just a few extra minutes, folks. I hope you can stick around. So I love the overall pattern. To the downside, I like cues on pivot points. I don't know if it had enough move today. Again, I didn't get a chance to look at it. I did look at spies earlier. So here's cues. You had to move up, right? It's just a little tight. R1 was 277, 278. So you had about $1.25, $1.50 move in there. It's a small fib. All right, I really didn't want to do that. Okay. But I do like them here off of pivots. We got nothing here because of how late it started, right? It's just kind of flattened off. So watch the cues, Brenda, but I'm looking for that 272 break for sure. And then 250 is too far away. That's 27. We're going to have to split that level in half, Brenda. So right about that 260-ish level is going to be the pivot. That's going to be our next target. Yeah, well, market was bouncing hard this morning. Brenda said, can we look at the chart with the fibs drawn on them so I can see it? On which chart, Brenda? Which symbol are we looking at? Thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. Rick said, screenshot taken, annotated, and going into the trading plan. Good, good, Rick, good. Brenda said, I don't know how to do spreads. That's why you follow Amelia. She goes through all of this inside of her trainings, guys. She shows you everything that she does on those trades. So check that out. Linda said, we appreciate you all teaching us. Thank you for that, Linda. Very appreciated. Erica said, I signed up for Trade Watch alerts. Yippee. There you go. All right. There you go. Thanks, Lee. Yep. Tripp said his is the same as mine. We did Costco already. So Tripp said zero line breakout on AMD. Let's go look at that real quick. AMD zero line breakout. So with where I've got my fibs drawn, Tripp, zero happened already a couple of days ago. If we pull back and fail, yes, then it's a zero line breakout, which is what I'd love to see at this point. Okay. So, all right, guys, keep something in mind. Make sure that you focus on tradinglikeaboss.com, right? And I'm going to have another website for you guys pretty soon that we're building out right now, right? As well. They're all going to tie together. There's going to be links on each site back to the other site, so you'll be able to get from one to the others very easily, right? I don't want you confused. I go through that with another company that I do business with. I've got a lot of their tools, and each one is different websites, and I go crazy trying to find it. We're going to have links for everything from one to the other. Like right here, you can get to Wealth Builders HQ. We can take you right over there. But don't miss out on what's here, guys. If you want to learn how to, Brenda, you listening? How to trade news candidates. This is all about spreads. This is free. Go grab it. Take advantage of it. It's a short training on how we trade the news candidates we do in the morning. All right. Fibonacci's 30 days to trading success. Trade with Rob. Go ahead and get registered for all of these things, guys. They're all free. Everything on this page is free. Pretty soon, you're going to see, 15, 20 different offers on this page of all free of the things that we're building out for you, built to serve for you to be able to take advantage of, to learn from. No cost to any of them. Just take them, right? My goal, listen, if I can get you trading and sticking around longer, right? If I can get you trading and sticking around longer, then I'm doing a lot better job than most other trading companies out there are doing, right? And then there will become a time when I will ask you for a favor and you will not be able to refuse me. I'm kidding. Some of you, tell me where that was from. Yep, Erica said yes, and I will refer others. Yep, and I appreciate, yeah, the Godfather, exactly true. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, everybody, appreciate y'all. Hey, listen, have a great rest of your day. God bless, and I will see all of you at our next update. Take care, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.